for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, picking don't fall. Now watch up, I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little other they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, their death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with a trembling, oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road, I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the party boy, see no day for talk. See no day for talk. If you take your irons, then I call the driver. The driver waiting. The driver waiting. This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran.
Demonstrate that you are ready to fight for your freedom, to defend ourselves any day, anytime. Nigeria terrorist government have come with a lot of propaganda. When you demonstrate that you are ready to fight for your freedom, they profile you. They call you criminals, they call you terrorists, they call you all manner of names. The reason for that is to demoralize you. And we must not fall for that. My fellow Biafrans, I call on you this evening, do not allow the names they call you today to demoralize you. We're remembering what Nigeria did to over 3 million Biafra children through starvation. Yet, the world, as at then, wanted us to move on. 50 years later, after recounting the numbers of Biafrans that died, what should have been avoided, we are all here today for not just a revenge, but to finish what our fathers started. And of course, the most important of it all is to destroy Nigeria, the evil Nigeria entity, to destroy it. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and after destroying it, we will liberate our people through a process that has begun. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace, stability in our region. It will also and the upsurge of terrorists and piracy in the Gulf of Coast of Guinea, and of course beyond. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace and stability. Do not let the corrupt and criminal politicians to deceive you into believing supporting your own freedom is a crime, irrespective of our approach to restoring Biafra. I want to remind all of us, in 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe, both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan. Norway, Denmark, Switzerland, each of these separations has led to the upsurge of economic development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on. And when they want to tell you about Africa, they use Sudan to give you example. Biafra can never be Sudan. Biafrans are scattered all over the world, developing their countries of residence, making impact in governance and policy making. Sudan was never like that. Apart from that, we have a history. Democracy started from Biafra, and Nigeria continued to suppress us, enslave us, subjugate us into what we are today, destroying our sensibility and our sense of reasoning. Nigeria continued to enslave our people, enslave our future, and our progress. Today, in the same Nigeria, when the Biafra people try to rise through their business enterprises, Nigeria system will destroy it. They destroy it in Lagos, they destroy it in Kano, they destroy it in Kaduna, they destroy it in different parts of Nigeria. And in a system like that, you will all be diminishing until they wipe us in the surface of the earth. The only way to preserve our culture, value system, and save our life from extinction is a complete separate state. Exit from Nigeria, which the process has begun. My fellow Biafrans, today we have given a very serious warning to those threatening Biafrans about the Nigeria protest. We have absolutely nothing to do with the Nigeria protest. We are Biafrans, we don't validate Nigeria. But if any Biafran is victimized for Nigeria protesting, we have assured them we will weaponize every person who cares to carry arms for self-defense. The weaponization of these protesters, any Biafran has been killed, will start from Lagos and Abuja. We will weaponize every protesters that cares to carry arms for self-defense. I rest my case.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the program. Like and share to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Invite those who are close to you. Ask them to join us and let us preach this gospel. As you join us, invite someone else to join us. Don't be here alone. Do not be in this platform alone. Make sure you are inviting someone. This is our late hour broadcast. It is going to be a very quick one. As you know, we don't normally spend much time when we come to broadcast in the evening. We hit it as fast as we can, and also we carry people along. Remember, in this platform, we speak about the restoration of Biafra. We support the Biafran people. Our goal is Biafra and nothing else. That is the only thing we are talking about, presenting our matter to the whole world and making sure that the world hears us and hears us very clearly. So as you join us on this platform, I welcome you, I appreciate you. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect everyone that has joined us. The restoration of Biafra has come a long way. We have come a very, very long way, and there is no going back. In this platform, we are not interested in saga. We are not interested in propaganda or blackmail. If you are looking for saga, propaganda, or blackmail, please, you are in the wrong place. Here, our own focus is on Biafra restoration. We are here to support the restoration of Biafra. Whoever is standing on the right path, we are with you. As long as you are genuinely seeking for Biafra. If you are genuinely seeking for Biafra, this platform for you. But if you are not genuinely seeking for Biafra, I am sorry, you will be disappointed before the end of the program. So for those who are genuinely seeking for Biafra and have made their way into this platform, I welcome every one of you and I thank you for being part of the program. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect each and every one of you that have joined us. My fellow Biafrans, we have come once again, as we always do, to speak on the situation of Biafra. Our land is under siege. It is no longer a propaganda. It is not a mere hearsay. It is not a guesswork. Our land is under siege. And the only way we can be able to redeem our land is for us to rise up anywhere where we are to defend our land. It is you and I that will defend our land. Nobody is going to defend the land for us. The colonial masters do not care about you. They don't care about me either. We are left on our own to fend for ourselves and decide our fate. So what we have to do is to pursue the agenda that favors us. As you all know, that this world that we live in today is according to interest. Everybody is protecting their own interests. Every country is protecting their own interests. Every individual is protecting his or her own interests. But we that are Biafrans, we have to protect our own interests as collective people, collectively as Biafrans. We must learn to protect our collective interests. Do not allow the enemies to overshadow you. Do not allow the enemies to overpower you. Do not allow the interests of the enemy to cover you. It does not matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. You must remain focused. Remain focused and focus on the real thing, the reality of the day. Every one of us know that the only solution today in the Zoological Republic remains the breakup of that contraption called Nigeria. As soon as you break up that contraption, the problem of the Zoological Republic will be solved. The insecurity that everybody is crying about will be absolutely and totally solved. Who are those who are going to rise up and make it possible? The disintegration of Nigeria will only be triggered by those of us who are speaking today. Whether you are a Biafran, or you are a Dudua person, or you are from any part of the region, and you know what you are doing, you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you must continue to speak, because we and we alone will trigger the disintegration of the Zoological Republic. The international community will not do anything. The African Union will not come into the issue except we make a move. And that is why every one of us have to rise up and begin to make that move now, not tomorrow. We have to begin to make the necessary move to make sure that our freedom is signed and sealed. Every single one of us must continue to do what we have to do to make sure that our freedom is signed and sealed. The terrorist country called Nigeria has continued to push their propaganda and blackmail against the Biafran people. The terrorist country called Nigeria has continued to push different evil agendas against the Biafran people. But the more they continue to push those agendas, the more we continue to fight and overcome them. Every one of us have to wake up, pay attention, and listen to the order of the day. Do not allow any evil confusion to get into you. They will try to confuse you. They will try to deceive you. Do not allow that to get effect. The continued detention of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. The continued detention of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is illegal. And we must not accept it as normal. It is abnormal. It is unacceptable. These two detentions are abuse against human rights. The abuse against the rights of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the rights of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa must not be left on the ground. We must continue to speak about it and call the evil people out. The terrorist country called Nigeria and the Finnish authorities that are joining the terrorist country, working hand in hand. And when you support terrorism, you have now automatically made yourself a terrorist. Today we can see the Finnish people, Finnish government joining hand with Nigeria to push terrorism, to promote terrorism across Africa. And it is unacceptable. We can't keep silent. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa, as we all know, has not committed any crime known to man. They detained him for 6-7 months now, stay counting, and we are asking for his immediate release, and we will continue to ask the same way our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. I am going to display and read an update from the United States of Biafra government. Something that was written there is a consultation of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa by the current Finnish government, and it's reads: today, we are confronted with the head of government who engage in alarmingly questionable conduct and behavior that distort the value and principle of nations. We witness a procedural irregularities where government institutions are subjected to undue pressure and complicity. Such action drift us away from a harmonious and balanced global environment where independent nations like the United Nations of Biafra and Ambazonia can flourish. The continued detention of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko by current Finnish government represent not only a violation of individual rights, but also an affront to the interconnectedness of all. To know evil, see evil, and still choose to be complicit in the evil as is grave injustice. There is no doubt that the Finnish authority knows every single thing that is happening in Biafra. They know the Biafra situation. But even though they know the situation, they decided to work hand in hand with the evil country called Nigeria. They know evil, they see the evil, and still choose to be complicit in that evil is a grave injustice. The United States of Biafra remain committed to building a nation where our people can strive in positivity experience a free flow of healing, benefit from impactful policies that touch every life, and embrace true self-empowerment. We will continue to call them out as they continue to detain our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We will not be silent. We will continue to call them out and the atrocities they are committing against the Biafran people every blessed day. And wherever you are as a Biafran, use your platform to speak. Use your own platform to speak. Don't be silent. As we are speaking, some other people in the planet Earth are also speaking. There are some people that have conscience that will join us and speak. We know that many of the organizations on the planet Earth today are evil. Many of those organizations are corrupt. Just as you can see, even in the midst of the corruption in the most terrible time of Nigeria, the BRICS are allowing Nigeria to join them. We saw the drug baron having a handshake in BRICS, trying to join the BRICS. Now you understand when we say that this world is about interest. They don't care about you as an individual. The world do not care about you. It is to your tent, O Israel. Every man is protecting their own. The only reason that these BRICS are welcoming Nigeria among them is because of the resources. Because they are seeking for a means to extract as much resources as they can. That is why they are having handshake with a drug baron, a well-known drug baron, not hidden, a well-known drug baron. It is sad that we saw that before your own very eyes. Every one of us, we are watching and we are seeing these abnormalities that are happening. The world doesn't care. There is no justice in this planet Earth. If anybody tells you about justice, wrong. Nigerian membership of BRICS, a dent in the organization. Inclusion of confirmed presidential drug dealer in BRICS destroy the fundamental gain of BRICS. It is so sad that BRICS allow themselves to be destroyed by Nigeria because anything that comes in contact with Nigeria becomes useless. Nigeria will destroy any country or organization that associate with it in any ramification. It is failed nation that will record of human rights abuses, huge record of human rights abuses. Forceful disappearance of Biafran citizens currently occupying a foreign nation. Biafra and killing of unarmed citizens. The United States of Biafra USB has since exited Nigeria to build one of the safest and best countries in Africa, the world devoid of drugs leaders and corrupt leaders that engage in transnational repression. It is sad. Every blessed day, the more we speak, the more we talk, you continue to see the complicity of the world in the atrocities happening in Biafra land. These people do not care about you. They don't care about me. It is about what they will gain. That is always what it's all about. It is just about what they stand to gain. They don't care about you, and they will never care. Every one of us have to continue to speak and speak on our own corner in our own direction. Do not hesitate to speak. One of our advocates also that is speaking out, Dr. Mazanga, is making a great case. Dr. Mazanga has become a very great voice for we the Biafrans, doing a great work, and we pray that Chukwu Okike Abịama will continue to strengthen him. That's one of the statements that he wrote that I'm going to read out. Statement by Dr. David Nyakora Masanga, Pan-African Forum Limited Associates, on the collusion of Finland, Norway, and the Nigerian-Cameroon authoritarian system. Finland, Norway, and Nigeria-Cameroon authoritarian system. This is the new cabal that we are seeing today, that are taking innocent life, destroying the life of the Africans, something the new colonialists that we have seen today, Finland, Norway, Cameroon, and the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They are in collusion, causing a lot of havoc to the human life, causing deaths to children and mothers. Africans across the world, as said by Dr. Mazanga, Africans across the world must begin a conscious boycott of products and policies from European governments like Finland and Norway. This is a call that is being made by Dr. Mazanga, and I believe it is a righteous call. This call is a righteous call, and I want everyone watching this program to please like and share. Like and share so that others can get this information and also key in. We must act as a people. All hands must be on deck. That is the way we can be able to shape this move. How many are there in Finland? How many are there? How many are there in Finland? Biafrans are more than 80 million. The people that voted for our prime minister to become the prime minister of United States of Biafra, the people that voted to go away from Nigeria are more than 60 million. 10 times more than Finland. And yet, this little country, Finland, continue to derail, continue to destroy and disturb our freedom. So this call is being made by Dr. Masanga. He said, Africans across the world must begin a conscious boycott of products and policies from European governments like Finland and Norway. States that shamelessly collaborate with oppressive regime in Nigeria and Cameroon while turning a blind eyes to glaring human rights violations. These so-called democracies are aiding injustice on African soil and in their own European jurisdictions. Finland's recent attempt to alter the social media laws clearly aims at silencing voices of liberation. Is a blatant obstruction of justice. This is not legislation. This is legal manipulation that I have already brought to EU authorities, designed to serve authoritarian interests abroad. Let it be known globally. Perverting the cause of justice is a crime everywhere. Exactly. But somehow, when they pervert justice in Africa, they don't see it as a crime. They do not see it as a crime when they pervert justice in Africa. But let it be known, globally, perverting the cause of justice is a crime everywhere. Everywhere. Once you pervert justice, it is a crime. The Finnish Interior Ministry is not protecting democracy. It is on political fishing expedition, hunting the fault where due process has failed them. We will not be silent. Spread this gospel to people of the world. And that is exactly what we are doing, and we will continue to do. Call to action. We call on all Pan-Africanists, human rights defenders, and African communities in the diaspora to boycott commercial products, service, and diplomatic engagement with European nations that sponsor or protect post-colonial oppression. This is a very, very powerful call, and I hope and wish that everybody must key into it. I am going to bring this to display so that some of you who could not be able to follow up on your own time, you can rewatch this program on your own time so that you can be able to get the information and also share with other people. These are very important informations. Dr. Mazanga has been giving very, very important informations that must be brought to the notice of the world. Dr. Mazanga has been doing a great job, and I feel that we must continue to spread this message that is coming from him so that people will not say they did not hear. They will not say they were not warned. I am going to read this very message from Dr. Mazanga once again so that we can be able to key in. On your own time, you can watch it over and over. This is a very righteous call that is made by Dr. Mazanga. This is a very righteous call, and I believe that it is right that we pay attention to this call. I read again. It says, statement by Dr. David Inyakura Mansanga, Pan-African Forum Limited and Associates, on the collusion of Finland, Norway, and the Nigerian Cameroon authoritarian system. This is to whom that is concerned. And it says, Africans across the world must begin a consensus boycott of products and policies from European governments like Finland and Norway. Finland and Norway must be boycotted in every ramification. Boycott their product, boycott what they do, boycott their policies. This is a very good call. Every Pan-Africanist must key in. Every man that has conscience, men of conscience, the human rights activists across the world their attention must be drawn to this very issue. States that shamelessly collaborate with oppressive regime in Nigeria and Cameroon, while turning a blind eyes to glaring human rights violation. The human rights violation in Nigeria and Cameroon is overwhelming. You don't even need to look for you to see it. You don't even look to lose it. A country where the government sponsor kidnap. A country where the government sponsor kidnap. They sponsored the kidnap of Mazen Nandikan from Kenya. And they brought him back to Nigeria. Today, Mazen Nandikan has even won the case in Kenya to be paid compensation. A government that equally made an attempt to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa several times from Finland. They made an attempt several times to kidnap him. And the Finnish authorities are aware of this. And yet, they are collaborating with that same terrorist organization. That is why I do not know where they keep their conscience. These so-called democracies are adding injustice on African soil in their own European jurisdiction. This is what Finland and Norway are doing. Finland's recent attempt to alter its social media laws. You can imagine. Finland's recent attempt to alter its social media laws, clearly aimed at silencing voices of liberation, is a blatant obstruction of justice. This is not legislation. This is legal manipulation that I have already brought to EU authorities, designed to serve authoritarian interests abroad. This is what they are doing. And Dr. Mazanga have already written to EU about this very manipulation. But yet, because of their interests, because of their pursuit for mineral resources, they do not care. They damn the consequence and they go ahead, collaborate with the terrorist government to go after their people. Let it be known globally, perverting the cause of justice is a crime everywhere. And that is true. But unfortunately, perverting justice in Africa is not a crime. More especially, perverting justice in the case of Biafra is not a crime. Extraordinary judicial killing of Biafran people is not a crime. Genocide against Biafran people is not a crime. Injustice against Biafran people, abuse of the right of Biafrans is not a crime. That is what globalists have already agreed. A global conspiracy against the Biafran people and the Africans as a whole. Things that concerns us doesn't bother them. They allow everything to flow. As long as it has to do with Africans, they are good to go. Let it be known globally. Perverting the cause of justice is a crime everywhere. The Finnish Interior Ministry is not protecting democracy. It is on political fishing expedition, hunting for fault where due process has failed them. We will not be silent. Spread this gospel to people of the world. Everyone that is in this platform, you must share this video. It's a must. If you care about humanity, you are a Biafran and you are on this platform, you must send this very program to one person at least one person. If you don't, that means you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. This message from Dr. Mazanga must be spread across board that everybody must get it. We will not be silent. Spread this gospel to people of the world. And Dr. Mazanga went further to say, call for action. A call for action being made by somebody who is concerned about the situation of African brothers. And the call says, We call on all Pan-Africanists, human rights defenders, and African communities in the diaspora to boycott commercial products, services, and diplomatic engagement with European nations that sponsor or protect post-colonial oppressions. This is a very massive call, a call that everybody must key in into, both old, young, small, big, wherever you are. We must hearken to this call. We must hearken to this call. We call on all Pan-Africanists, human rights defenders, and African communities in the diaspora to boycott commercial products, services, and diplomatic engagement with European nations that sponsor or protect post-colonial oppression. Example, Norway and Finland. We must boycott them, boycott their activities, boycott their products. We must do that. This very message is delivered and issued by Dr. David Inyakora Masanga, Pan-African Forum Limited Associate, and it was sent out on the 6th of July 2025. These are the kind of things you share, not sharing people who are naked and dancing, not going to platform where they are displaying irrelevant issues, not going to platforms where they have nothing to offer you, not going to platform where you jest and jest for the whole day with nothing to come back with. Time has come for us to rise up and speak. We must rise up and speak. They do not want us alive. The colonial master don't want us alive. They are doing everything humanly possible to stop us. And if we don't do something, they are going to stop us. The insecurity you are seeing in Nigeria today is benefiting them, and they don't care. It is benefiting them. That is why you must rise up and fight for yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you and I. Nobody will do it. If we do not do it, nobody is going to do it. We must rise up. Wherever you are, you must rise up, and the time is now. The time is now. The fight we are fighting today is not just for us, it is for our future, for our children unborn, for our generation unborn. If we must continue to exist, if we must survive, a time has come that every one of us will rise up and begin to add our voice. The atrocities against us is huge. And the more you keep silent, it makes you complicit. It makes you complicit. The more you keep silent, it makes you complicit. Silence means that you agree. These are the sons of Biafrans who have devoted their time, committed no crime. All they are asking for is equal right. Live and let live. Live and let live. That is all we ask. Nothing more than that. Live and let live. And they said no. The British continue to sponsor evil against the Biafrans. The British continue to sponsor evil against the Biafran people. After they colonizing Biafrans, after stealing our resources, they claim they gave freedom and they never gave any independence. They continue to manipulate using even our own people. Many of our people have sold their conscience. They sold their conscience. They have sold their conscience to the devil. Today you see a Biafran supporting something that is keeping him down. How can you explain a Biafran supporting a policy that is keeping him down? A process that made him a slave? You see people today still stand up and talk about election, including Biafran people talking about election. A Biafran governor will come and tell you that the only people he knows as criminal are Biafrans. That he doesn't know any other person except his own people. Even when there are evidence everywhere, the entire country is outraged and shouting that the Fulani terrorists have taken over everywhere. Kidnapping right, left, and center and receiving ransom. But yet, a governor came out and boldly began to make a statement that in his state, it is only the Biafra people that are the ones involved in kidnapping. And people are there watching him and clapping for him. People are watching and clapping. and you want me to be silent. I will never stop talking until the day we get back our senses. And we must take back our land by all means necessary, whether they like it or not, by fire, by force. We must take it back. And I want us to listen to this message of our Prime Minister, of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will hear what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said about the atrocities of British, the evil of Britain against us. I want you to watch this very message. Listen to this message from our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the atrocity of the British against the Biafrans.
Britain and Biafra, the case for genocide example. This is the irrefutable fact, and figures pointing to the fact that Britain is complicit in genocide. If you're wondering why Biafra is not listed as a genocide case, it's because of this very article, as outlined by the Spectator, a British publication on the 26th of December 1968. That is why you can write the list of genocide all over the world. There will be no Biafra. Do you know who excluded Biafra from this? Britain, because of the role they play. We have this very article here. It is from the Spectator archive. How Britain committed genocide. How Britain you're looking at is actually as bad as Hitler. Nazi, but we have all the proof here. The only reason why the Nazis were held to account was because the Jews were living in Europe. Biafrans are in the darkest suffering. Nobody gives a damn about them. It's also in the Bible that will kill you, you cry, and nobody will come to your rescue. I am reading from Obron Wall's report on the 26th of December 1968, published in the Spectator newspaper of United Kingdom in Great Britain. That very publication outlined the case of genocide against the British Christianity. You must listen very, very carefully. For as long as any Christian, liberal, or humanitarian tradition survives, the year 1968 will be remembered of implementing one aspect of its peacetime foreign policy. That peacetime foreign policy is one Nigeria. Because the British, they are white people. They created Nigeria. Because a white man created Nigeria, who is a black man to try and break it. The world cleverly forgot that there was no Nigeria before the white man came. There was no Nigeria before the British came. Nigeria was created by a white man, not by African people. Your ancestors did not create one Nigeria. Your forefathers did not create one Nigeria. It was a white man that came and created one Nigeria. The British government at the time, under Harold Wilson's Labour Party, wanted to maintain this white supremacist approach. We are white people. How dare you black monkeys from Africa try to break something that we created? As I told you before, as I read yesterday from the scriptures, as Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land, British people did not know about it. Till tomorrow morning, ordinary British people don't know what their government did.
Did you hear that? I have said this several times, that the British people did not know what was happening in Biafra land. You see the importance of us coming online every day to shout and shout. Don't think that all this our shouting is in vain. It's not in vain. Excuse me. Don't think that this our shouting is in vain. It's not in vain. We are shouting for people to hear our voice because there are still good people out there. There are still men of conscience out there. So many evil government of the West, some of their citizens are good and they don't know what is happening. There are some of them that are good and many of their citizens are not aware. Just like you see some of them, they don't know what is happening in Africa. All they see Africa is as a dumping ground where beggars are. Many people in the West, they see Africa as a place where you have beggars, helpless people, people that don't have brain, people that live in the forest. That is how so many Westerners see Africans. And you don't blame them. They do not have the information. They don't have the information. And this is why we must come online on a daily basis, open our mouth, speak, tell our story the way it is. We must continue. We must stop allowing these Western countries to tell our story because their government are evil. Their government are evil as Lucifer can be. They have wonderful citizens. All these European countries, Westerners, they have their citizens. Some of their citizens are very, very good. But when you find them in government position, they can be as worse as the devil. And that is why we must continue to tell our story on daily basis. Any opportunity you have to tell your story, don't shut your mouth. No African must keep quiet. Open your mouth and tell your story. You never can tell who the news is going to get to your ears. You had Mazin Nani come explain that while the British are performing the evil they are performing in Africa, some of their citizens do not know. Many of their citizens don't know the atrocities their government are committing. I can bet you in the United States and in the UK, there are some of their citizens that do not know what Africa is all about. When they hear the story of Africa, they believe that it's a place where monkeys live, a place where animals go, a place where that is why when they see you outside, they don't respect you. They look at you as an animal. They treat you like an animal because that is the impression their government gives to them. That is the story their government tells them. But we have to tell the world whom we are, tell our story, speak up and make demand like human beings. We must stop accepting that name they gave us. We must stop answering that animal they call us. That is why people that take themselves as Nigerians are lower than the animals. Because that was a title that the British gave them. Nigger, black, gloomy. That is the name they gave them. And they are gladly answering it and they are defending it. The case of Nigeria is worst to the extent that other African countries are trying to change their name. Ghana changed their name. So many other African countries changed their name and answered their original name. But Nigeria is still holding hand on the colonial name they gave them. Worse came to worse. In the 21st century, a president came and went back and brought back the national anthem of the colonial masters. How bad can it get? How worse can it be? You had your independent anthem, national anthem. A president came and said that he preferred the colonial masters' national anthem. And he went and brought back the colonial masters' national anthem. And everybody is watching and singing along with him. That is how bad. When Mazen Nanekano say anybody that calls himself a Nigerian is lower than animal, I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. And that thing was displayed on that action, bringing a colonial master's national anthem, bringing back the chain that were removed in their hand. They went and brought that chain back and tied it tightly, make it more tight. They went and renewed the chain that was put in the hand of a Nigerian. The chain that was put in their hand, they went and brought it back and now made it a golden chain and they wore it and they wear it proudly. Nobody does that. Only animals does that. Even animals don't do that. Even animals will not do so. You see why Mazen Nanekana said that some of them in the zoo are lower than the animal. And when he say it unapologetically because of the attitude and behavior of the people. I want you to hear this message from Mazen Nanekana and listen carefully. The atrocities of these people and how they see you.
It's white supremacist approach. We are white people. How dare you, black monkeys from Africa, try to break something that we created? As I told you before, as I read yesterday from the scriptures, as Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land, British people did not know about it. Till tomorrow morning, ordinary British people don't know what their government did because there was a blanket coverage all the way throughout. No independent media. People like the Spectator or the likes of Frederick Forsyth who are reporting, nobody was paying attention to because BBC decided that we must die. BBC said Biafran people must be killed. How dare you try to stop what we created in Black Africa? Who argue to create Biafra? We are God. Very few people in England have any awareness of the fact that their own country, Britain, was committing atrocity, mass murder in Black Africa. Like most Germans after the war, they will be able to say that they did not know what was being done in their name. British people don't know that their government was killing millions upon millions of people in Biafra land for the sake of the British, not only British, so they can be looked upon as God, that they are the creators of everything that they suffer. Although photographs of the atrocities being perpetrated in Biafra have appeared in most newspapers, the general impression given by the captions and news coverage is that the children are starving to death as the result of famine brought about by the war. Lies did not begin today. Britain was going about covering their lives. But do you know that the reason why Biafra doesn't come up as a major genocide case is because Britain will be implicated in it? The same way that the world viewed Germans after the whole Nazi debacle is how the world would have viewed Britain. They don't want to be seen as mass killers. So they go about pretending, they go about suppressing the very fact that Biafrans were murdered in their millions. Who killed them? Britain and co. Here is irrefutable fact. This very article was written by a white man saying that their country was committing genocide. Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land. Britain is complicit in the death of millions of people in Biafra land, and even their own people know it. BBC will say, oh no, it is the people are starving because of famine. We don't suffer from famine in Biafra land. We have rainy season. There is no famine. We have never had any famine in Biafra land before in our history. Never. All of a sudden, there is famine. Not a single newspaper has seen it. Even the spectator was angry. This very white man writing was so upset as to what was happening. Not a single newspaper in England has seen fit to point out that the children are dying as a direct and intended result of a siege which is supported by the British government. When I told you that Britain enforced air, land, and sea blockade, it's called a siege. You won't believe me. But here it is being confirmed by white people. This is an article written by a white man in a British newspaper as far back as 1968, reminding the British people that you people are here pretending you don't know what is happening. Your government is killing people in Biafra. Biafran people are dying as a direct result of the blockade of Biafra land by the British. It's very clear for the world to see. Very, very clear for the world to see. And they will pay the compensation for this. We are presenting to you this very the irrefutable fact and figures that we did not fight Hausa Fulani, they are nobody. We fought the British. The British enforced a very criminal air, land, and sea blockade to stop us from getting food and arms during the war. And Britain was writing to Russia, asking Russia to support, to provide arms to go on. Without the British, we will take over Hausa land in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we take it over. It's the British supporting them. And the evidence is here for the whole world to see. Everybody must have a copy of this. Very, very critical and important. So that when you look at Britain, you know that Britain are killers. When you look at the British government, you know that they are murderers. The same way you view Adolf Hitler is how you should view the British government, because they are also killers.
You have heard it. This is a raw message from our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You know Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he doesn't miss word. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will tell you exactly the way it is. He doesn't care how you feel. He doesn't care whether you hit your head on the wall. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will say it exactly the way it is. Up to today, this same Britain are still the ones sponsoring the Janjaweed, giving them ideas on what to do and how to hold us back. It is this same Britain that went and brought Peter Obi to use us to legitimize and legalize their criminal election, when Biafran people have said they are no longer part of the zoo, that they will not participate in their election. This same Britain went and brought Obi, took him to Chatham House, and continued to fly him and show him to the world as somebody who is presentable. And at the end of the day, after using him, they dumped him. Today, that same idiot Peter Obi today is going into alliance with terrorists. He is going into alliance with terrorists, and we have seen it. And some of you are still having hope on him. Some of you are still having hope on him. If you are a Biafran and you are still sleeping, I am sorry for you. If you are not worried, when we have somebody like Soludo as a governor, if you are not worried, I don't know when you are going to be worried. If you are not disturbed, when we have a governor that will come out in the open, in the camera, and said that among all the kidnappers he has ever arrested in his government, that 99.9% are Igbos. 99.9% are Biafrans. If you are not worried, I don't know when you're going to be worried. The case of kidnapping of the Fulanese is not hidden. We are talking about a case that is in the open, a case that other communities and other organizations have been able to verify the atrocities of the Fulani Janjaweed across the country. But a Biafran governor is trying to change the narrative and bring the whole thing back upon his own people. If you're not worried, I don't know when you're going to be worried. If you're a Biafran and you are not disturbed, you're not worried about that, I do not know when you're going to be worried. For a governor to come out and declare, and that is his truth. Don't think he's just saying it. Don't think he just said. That is why every security organization that Soludo have formed is against his people. Soludo formed the Ndakodo. Go and check what Ndakodo is doing. I saw a video, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, where Ndakodo went and put a woman, a widow that is selling fuel to make her living. They went and they threw away the fuel that the woman said and carried some gallons of the fuel and put in their car and went away. And the woman was rolling on the ground and crying. I have seen so many videos how this India Kodo take an innocent young man because of one little reason or the other. Maybe he's dragging something with somebody. They will use the Akodo and break the leg of those people. Every attack of Ndakodo is against it. He went and come with Udogachi. The Udogachi that Soludo formed is against the Biafran people. What they are doing is to go to house, begin to look for Biafrans, that you're a member of IPOB, you are the one supporting Biafran, and they take you down. Every single security outfit, about 3 security outfits that these idiots have formed in another person, is against his people. And when he tells you that 99% of the people he has ever detained in his government are Biafran, it is not a lie. That is his truth. His focus is on Biafran. He doesn't care about the Fulanis. Even when news are going everywhere that Fulanis have taken all the forests in Biafran land, they have taken over. Anambra State, about 70 village communities are taken over by Fulanis. 70 communities, I read it out here. Soludo doesn't care about that. That is not the job of Soludo. That is not the focus of Soludo is his own brothers. And he is bold to come to national TV and speak about it and say it to the world that the criminals that he has ever arrested in his government, 99% are his own brothers. If you are not worried, I don't know when you are going to be worried. If you are not disturbed, I don't know when you're going to be disturbed. Wherever you are as a Biafran, the time has come for every single one of us to rise up. This is the time we have to rise up and fight this battle once and for all. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to do it for me. It is to your tent, O Israel. And the earlier we rise up now and begin to speak, the earlier we rise up now and begin to fight this battle, the better for us. The more we continue to delay, the more dangerous it is for us to survive. Wherever you are watching this program this evening from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, do not be silent. Do not relax. Be on your feet at all times. Continue to speak. Continue to raise your voice. Do not be silent. They are going to try everything humanly possible to silence you. Do not allow your voice to be silenced. Today, our fate is in our hands. Nobody's going to come to your aid. The voice we had have been taken away from us. What is happening today cannot happen in the presence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. If Mazi Simon Ekpa was here, these things that are happening will not happen, because he has been able to give us a liberation army well equipped and ready to work. The Liberation Army of Biafra, they were working very, very hard in the presence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. But today is a different ballgame. It is totally a different thing today. Wherever you are, if you care about your nation, Biafra, you must stand up and do what you have to do. If you care about your nation, Biafra, if you care about your life, you care about your future, you care about your generation unborn, The time is now for us to speak up. Nobody is going to come to an aid. Nobody is going to fight for you except you fight for yourself. That is why every one of us must rise up and rise up now. There is no time to waste. Don't say you wait for tomorrow. There is no time to wait. The time is now for all of us to rise up. Fight this battle once and for all. Fight it and win it. We must fight it and win it because the enemies are at the gate. As we round up this program, I will try to remind you again that there is a war going on in Biafra land. War is coming. This message of war have come from different angles, from different directions, from different faces. The earlier you understand that there is a war coming, the better for every one of us. If you reject it, it is going to take you unaware, and I bet you might not be able to lift raise. The message is clear. We will continue to bring these messages. It's left for you either to listen or not to listen. I'm going to play it again for you to pay attention and hear it.
And this one is the message for people.
I hope you have heard the message. I am going to stop here. Our evening program is just 1 hour. You can join me tomorrow morning. We will continue to elaborate on this very message tomorrow morning. Join me on tomorrow program. We're going to be here again tomorrow morning. As always, this is our evening program. Our evening program is just 1 hour thereabout, and we end it. I appreciate every one of you, and I wish you a very good night's sleep. Have a very wonderful night and stay safe. May Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect every single one of us that was able to participate on this program. Thank you so much for being part of the program, and I will see you tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama. May Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect all our leaders, Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We pray that they will join us as soon as possible. Whatever hand that is holding them, that hand will wither. Any power that is holding them down, that power is going to fail. Whatever evil plan they are making against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, against our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that plan will fail. We will continue to remember them and pray for them. Wherever you are, don't fail. This month, we expect them to be out. This month, no hand will hold them from joining us. We're expecting them to join us this month. We will stay together and we will celebrate together with our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa this month. No evil shall stop them from joining us. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you tomorrow in the name of Chukwukema. Thank you and stay safe.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
I see Mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now dust we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with a trembling, oh. Hey. If we no join, our children go so.
This is na wicked word. This is na confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the lucky hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road, I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the funny boy, see no day for talk. See no day for talk. If we better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver wait you.